Welcome,
Gang.
gang, to another episode. I hope y'all are liking our episodes. We've been coming strong.
Yeah.
So today we're doing another one. Just in case you have not seen it yet, we're gonna do spoilers just a review and like a recap in the front, and then we'll do a spoiler talk in the beginning. Nothing. We're trying to keep it simple, but Godzilla Minus One, just in case you have not seen it, we're not going to talk about spoilers in this section, but we'll let you know when we're getting into our spoiler talk.
Yeah, this is more so for folks that haven't seen it or haven't even heard of it that want to know more about it in case you want to go check it out.
Yeah. So, Godzilla Minus One is basically, I'll say, more subtitles. There's a lot of subtitles, so if you don't like reading, you should know.
Well, we should give like an overview of what the movie is to begin with.
Go ahead.
Oh, okay. Well, in a nutshell, it is. I was gonna say the latest Godzilla movie, but that's not technically true because Kong X Godzilla is.
Which you haven't seen yet.
I knew he was gonna remind me of that.
Yeah.
Yep. So that came out this year, but Godzilla Minus One came out late last year. It is a Japanese production. For those who don't know, Godzilla.
It is not the same by the same production, and it feels a lot different.
It is a lot different than the current Godzilla Kong universe that we're in currently, which is those are all American movies. But this Japanese studio, I forget the name of it, but they've been making movies for a long time, and apparently, up until last year, they weren't able to make Godzilla movies. I think there was some sort of agreement where Universal, like they wouldn't make they weren't making movies or Godzilla movies for a particular time period until that period was up, and now that it's up, they're able to make more.
I'm pretty sure it's because it's the same reason why they don't want a whole bunch of Batman on the screen at the same time, even though there are, a lot of Batman.
Mm-hmm. Kind of similar to Spider-Man.
Yeah.
In a way, with
Marvel. They don't want to confuse like the modern crowds.
Yeah.
But basically, this takes place in Japan. Main character is I forget his name, but he's basically a kamikaze pilot.
Yep. During which war? Is it World War II? I think it is. Or is it one?
Wherever Hiroshima.
Japan.
Yeah, it was the Hiroshima.
So that was World War II.
Yeah. So basically, he's the worst person to be. He's a kamikaze pilot who is still alive, meaning
he failed whatever mission he was supposed to do, and to spoil the beginning, there was a big conflict with Godzilla.
I thought we were not spoiling.
Oh. Well, I thought we were going to at least talk about the plot to some degree.
I mean, yeah, but do you want to spoil or do you not want to spoil?
I mean, we can't even talk about the beginning.
Okay.
Well, I would just say, without spoiling it first, there is a confrontation with Godzilla, and some bad things happen. Anytime you have any type of conflict with Godzilla, you can imagine some bad things are going to happen.
Of course.
And I'll say with this Godzilla in particular, he's very scary looking, I guess. Like, not to say any of them look friendly, but this one looks very, like, one of the more realistic looking ones that I've seen. Like, the CGI looked incredible.
Crisp.
In my opinion.
Crispy.
Which is why it actually ended up winning an Academy Award for special effects or visual effects. I can't remember which one, but it won an Academy Award for
You got the W.
Effects, yeah.
So that's all.
And a lot of people were really excited because this wasn't a very expensive production. Like it was, I know, under $20 million. Which, if you've seen the movie and you know how expensive certain movies are, like that's pretty insane. How
it was better graphics than Quantumania.
Yeah.
Think about
easily.
that. Think about that.
Way better.
Yeah.
Way better than most Marvel movies we've seen.
Which is kind of crazy. That's why, like, there's a whole lot of, like, it's either they're not putting enough, because I know there's a lot of stuff to where the graphics and whatnot, I feel like, I don't think it's the fact that they're not they're not paid enough, but at the same time, I don't even think that they're giving the right amount of time to do it.
Yeah, the way that most of these productions work, as far as like Marvel and like similar productions that have these $100 million, $200 million, $300 million budgets, like they have such large budgets, but at the same time they work on such a time crunch, and that's a thing that I think a lot of people don't factor in. That there's a time crunch, and then it's like if you have to make one little mistake or one little correction, there's a lot that you have to do. And also Marvel, they also rely on a lot of reshoots for their production, so that factors in a lot of other things as well. And that's why so much of the way those movies are made are within post-production, within other shoots. There's a lot of just things that go on within these productions that maybe a lot of people don't factor in. Not to make an excuse for why they look bad, but just kind of giving a reason for why, hey, this movie's cost $15 million to make, and it looks like this, and it looks great, and then this movie costs $150 million, and I'm like, why does this look so bad?
Yeah.
Which, to us, it's like, that's kind of crazy. But it just goes to show, like, you can have so much money invested, and it may not be used in the best way. You can use so much of your budget just paying the director, which I'm not saying they don't deserve to make stuff, but they're paying directors, they're paying your A-list actors all this money, and that money gets eaten up a lot, especially with marketing. A ton of money goes into that. So when you have a smaller movie, relatively, because $15 million, and I don't remember the exact amount that it cost to make Godzilla Minus One, but I'm just throwing a number out there. Yeah. That $15 million, I'm sure they stretched every penny of that.
Right.
And it didn't have any like well-known actors, or at least any actors that I've recognized or that I've heard of before. But to me, it just goes to show the level of like time and consideration and just resources and care that went into making the movie, because I thought it's probably the best Godzilla movie I've seen personally. I can't say I've seen that many relative to how many there are, because they've been making them for 60, 70 years. I don't even know how many years at this point. But yeah, I just thought it was a really, really good action sci-fi war movie.
I feel like we need to get back into what it's about.
Yeah, so it's about essentially the kamikaze pilot who has this failure.
He gets scared pretty much.
He gets scared. He's a coward. He runs off when he's supposed to be fighting Godzilla. And
no. I don't even think it was that. It was he's running from because this was before he got to that island. He was, and they were. Yeah, when he gets to that island, that's when Godzilla shows up.
Oh, so he had already failed before.
He already failed. Yes. Yeah. So, so basically he's having this thing to where he feels like Godzilla is the thing that's haunting him from
his failure.
Yeah.
I don't know why I didn't think about that.
Like his
PTSD.
Yeah. Like his karma.
Okay.
So basically, he goes to Japan, basically finds some woman, basically, and all in his business, pretty much.
Yeah.
Basically, the point of the movie is basically him trying to conquer his fear, pretty much. So he meets a couple people that kind of help him, and then of course Godzilla is in the background just wrecking crap.
Yeah.
I guess that's the gist of it.
That is the gist of it. He has this kind of like found family in a sense.
Yeah, he meets a girl who just happens to have a baby, which is not hers. And then he starts to becoming a bomb shooter, and then meets other people, and basically it just all goes on to where they're trying to stop Godzilla. Pretty much. So, you want to talk spoilers?
I guess we can get into spoilers at this point. So if you have not watched Godzilla Minus One, I would, stop the video, go watch it. It's currently on Netflix.
Come back. Yeah.
And then come back and get the rest of our thoughts.
Yeah.
Yeah, go check it out on Netflix. Great movie.
Great movie. Yeah. I feel like before I get into the spoilers, yeah, it was a really good movie. I feel like, yes, like it was even out of, because, well, I'll compare it to the other ones at the end of this, but yeah, we'll get to our spoiler talk.
Okay. So now we are getting into the spoiler talk of this review. You have been warned.
Yeah, definitely. So basically, what did we like about it?
I liked
Or what are some parts that kind of stood out to you?
I think just first and foremost, the story. It was a very different story than the Godzilla movies I've seen thus far. It was very human focused. It was very like character focused.
Yeah, the humans in the Universal ones, oh my gosh, I hate the humans in there.
Yeah.
But these humans are so likable. They actually they write these humans very well to where they're not annoying. They're not making stupid decisions. They're,
Yeah, and they actually have a character arc. Like our main character, he actually goes through a transformation.
Yeah.
Things that happen to him and the decisions that he makes, they ultimately change him as a person.
Yeah.
Like he has his family that he finds, and then stuff happens where it's kind of taken away from him. Like he struggles with the survivor's guilt from his previous failures, and he's trying to make up for it. But then he's also, too afraid to really show that he actually does love his family that he's come to find. So we see all of this, and it's like, wow, this just seems like a drama outside of the action.
And there just happens to be Godzilla in the background.
Yeah.
Godzilla is basically not, because they make him a superhero in the universe, like basically he saves the day, but nah, this is
he's a straight villain.
He's a menace, man.
Straight up menace.
Yeah, he's a menace, man.
Yeah. So the story, I really enjoy the characters. I like kind of already mentioned the effects, how realistic it looks, the action. Was really good.
If you have any problems with any of the Universal Godzilla King Kong movies, I say watch this. Yeah. Watch this, and I really hope that they do some more spin-offs. Just
for this one.
Yeah. I feel like we need more of this universe.
Yeah. I feel like we didn't really even spoil it yet, for real.
Not yet.
Yeah. We're getting to it, I know.
Yeah. But there's one part I want to talk about.
We'll talk about it.
Let's go. Basically, how the I guess Godzilla is coming to a town. Basically, he's in it, and the girl's in it, and basically, he has the Godzilla does this enormous atomic breath. She goes all the way into the other frame, pretty much.
Yeah.
And then
she pushes the main guy.
Oh yeah, she does push him out the way
into like an alleyway.
Yeah.
Type of deal.
And you think she's dead? And
yep, she's dead for like the remainder of the movie.
Bro, she shouldn't have came back. I thought it was over.
Realistically, she should not have. But the God we serve.
It's not Godzilla.
Hey.
But yeah, there was certain parts, like, I think I enjoyed I think the only complaint, and this is a minor complaint because I watch anime, so, but the subtitles, man, I'm still getting used to the subtitles, and I know a lot of people will be like, I don't like reading subtitles. Give it a shot. You'll get used to it after a while.
Yeah, you get used to it.
You get used to it. It's not something I always want to watch. I always don't want to read while I'm watching something. But after a while, you end up not noticing it. And I feel like that's a minor complaint. I still think you will enjoy. For the people who really hate subtitles, and I mean really hate subtitles, I feel like you'll still like this movie, regardless.
Yeah.
But yeah, there's some humor in here, which is crazy. There's good humor, good dialogue, good action. It's all just really good. I feel like with the Universal stuff, you don't need all the fancy stuff. You don't. Not with the Godzilla. But
it's a different type of feel they're going for, I think. I'm not saying that it's the way it should be, but I don't think they're trying to make Godzilla Minus One with the Universal movies. I wish it would lean more into that, because I think they could do better overall with the storytelling, but I think they do try to get as ridiculous as possible. Like, I'm at this point, I feel like they're gonna incorporate some fast cars, some Dominic Toretto at some point. Family. He's gonna come in standing on the top of the shoulders of Kong, and he's just gonna yell down to the world. He's just gonna yell family.
Spoilers for New Empire.
Oh man, I called it.
Called it. No, I'm just joking. Or am I?
Who knows?
You'll know when you watch it. You'll know when you watch it.
When I watch it.
No, I'm just joking. But no, all in all, I really enjoyed this movie. Is it the same people who made Parasite?
No, because I think that was Korean. That was a Korean production.
Okay.
So Japanese.
Okay. I was wondering.
From my understanding, I could be wrong. I'm gonna have to look that up again, but I'm pretty sure. Actually, wait a minute. Ah man, now I gotta look it up. But I thought it was Korean.
It's alright.
Yeah.
Not that important, but yeah. All in all, I think it was very enjoyable. It's. I would rather have that. I need to find that on Blu-ray. Yeah. I'd rather have that on, pretty much. And then you can kind of have it in the background because it's all subtitly. Mm-hmm. And you can have it on the background and just kind of have it out when you have people over and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Good July 4th film.
Mm-hmm. For sure. Good July 4th film celebrating the Japanese victory over the Godzilla as we celebrate the...
We don't have to get into
it. Yeah. Never mind. We'll fix that in post.
But, yeah, all in all, is there anything else you want to talk about specifically?
Nothing too much. I would just say,
It's kind of a simple movie.
yeah. I would say, yeah. The overall plot's fairly simple. Like, it's not anything too complicated to understand. Like, it's essentially a war movie, and the war is the people against.
I feel like they're gonna make more, especially.
I think so. Just the way it
ended, and the fact that it made a lot of money.
Yeah, and it won an Oscar, or either one or two. It did win an Oscar, so
yeah, that's a big deal.
That was big. That was really big. First Godzilla movie, I think, to ever win an Oscar.
There's a reason for that.
Hmm?
There's a reason for that.
There is a reason for that.
Yeah, it was the best.
Oh, absolutely, in my opinion. But then again, I have not seen a lot of the old ones, so I may have to
Even
go back.
the sound, the music was good.
It was.
Wasn't you didn't need no Van Halen or nothing like that. You just.
Expensive.
But all in all, I think it was great. It was a good movie. Yeah.
Yeah. So I said, go check it out. Are we gonna rate it?
5 out of 5, man.
5 out of 5. Crazy.
Yeah.
Can I give it a 5 out of 5? I can't even remember what I ranked it. I think I gave it a 4 out of 5. I think it's a 4.5.
You're crazy.
Might be 4.5.
Crazy. But anyways, post your comments down below. Let us know what other videos you want us to do from the past. Like, what other movies?
There's more movies from last year that we haven't talked about yet. So
we will do a video about ranking our favorites from last year. But
already spoiling that for the people. Just giving it right away. Giving it away.
Yeah. Why not? But anyways, post your comments down below. Let us know. Like, share, comment on the video, put the notifications on, all that good stuff. Tell your friends, your family, your dog, your cat, all them.
All them.
All them.
And your cousin too.
And your cousin too. And we'll see you in the next video.
We will. That we will.
All right, man. Peace out.
All right, y'all. Be safe.